So guys, the Nigerian Defense Headquarters has hailed Simon Ekpa's arrest. They've praised the Finland government for arresting Simon Ekpa, saying that it's a major victory in the fight against terror. Also, they've been this topic on his extradition back to Nigeria. Like you can see, this headline says Simon Ekpa will be extradited to Nigeria to face charges, Defense Headquarters says. So guys, this has been the topic on ground. If the Finland government is going to actually extradite Simon Ekpa back to Nigeria, as like we all know, he's a Finland citizen. You know, he's a Finnish. He's not a Nigerian at the moment. Do they have that treaty? Is there any relationship with Nigeria to the point of them extraditing their own citizen back to Nigeria? That is the question everybody is seeking for an answer to. But I'm going to let you listen to the reaction coming from Simon Ekpa's camp. They've replied on this ground on whether Simon Ekpa was actually arrested for him to be extradited to Nigeria, or was he arrested for even his own benefit. I mean, if the arrest is even to his own benefit. I want you to take your time, relax, and just listen to these video clips. Take a look.
In Finland, our Prime Minister, Excellency Simon Ekpa, has been invited by the Finnish local authorities to volunteer information on what is going on. And our PM has always said he is looking for this opportunity for the government to officially know that Biafrans cannot continue to stay in a country where President Tinubu and Nigerian leaders reintegrate and rehabilitate non-terrorists into the Nigerian police and the Nigerian military and the Nigerian Air Force and Custom, and they continue to kill our people. Our Prime Minister has looked forward to this particular moment with few innocent Biafrans that we are taking by the Finland authority, that we are invited to come. According to them, they were involved in money, they were making donation, they were funding terrorism. All of you listening to me today, who is the biggest terrorist country we have in the world? Who is among the biggest terrorists? Who is the government that are killing Christians in their numbers? Who is the government reintegrating terrorists? Who is the government expecting two types of laws? One Sharia in the northern part of Nigeria and then the regular in the south. Who is the government that divided all the different types of terrorists you have? They have their base in Nigeria today. Who is the government that is inviting Hamas and Hezbollah and Abuja to come and partner with them? Who is the government when election is conducted? Somebody will go behind the scene and switch the election. They will carry the election course and they will steal it. Who is the government doing that?
It's Mazinche. I represent the Biafra government in Europe, and we are here today to update you on the recent events concerning the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, His Excellency Simon Ekpa. First of all, we would like to inform Biafrans that the Prime Minister is absolutely resolute and is ready to defend the Biafra cause. The opportunity to have the Biafra discussion has finally happened, and the Prime Minister is ready to address the plight of Biafra and lay bare the gross human rights violations against the Biafra people. To the information at our disposal, the Finnish local authorities is said to be suspecting our Prime Minister of public incitement to commit a crime with terrorist intent through social media space. As Biafra citizens, we have been together in this struggle, and we understand the position that we are now in. All the Biafrans were suspected of financing terrorism, of which our legal representations are working to make sure that they are on the hook matter. The local authorities have requested that the court grants them up to 2 weeks period for further investigation while the Prime Minister remains in their custody. At this point in time, we will work closely with the legal representation to ensure that the Prime Minister is well represented. At the same time, we are going to intensify the upcoming declaration of the restoration of independent state of Biafra.
And now, they are saying that PM is inciting. Let them know that Biafra is a nation. Our PM is defending Biafrans by the second. Our PM has noted that the way it is done before, where we Biafrans, we just sit, we watch, and these terrorists will come and kill us, kill our mothers, rape our women, kill our children, take away our boys and girls. That is what our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has vowed to stop. And he has vowed with his life. All of us Biafrans in the British cabinet, the Govt of Homeland, the Biafran Liberation Forces, the Biafran Army, we have vowed with our life. We are going to continue this same call, this same place that our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has. Nobody will stop that. I want to let Biafrans know that our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has set all the structures in place for Biafra restoration from the beginning to the end. So taking him or removing him to go and ask him questions to delay or to disrupt our Finland Convention for the next 4 weeks, it is not going to have any effect. Rather, it is going to make all Biafrans more determined in the restoration of the independent state of Biafra. We are a full-fledged country. We have met all the criteria for a full-fledged country. We conducted our referendum where over 50 million Biafrans have voted for the independent state of Biafra. We've conducted different topics, we did a Twitter poll where 98% of Biafrans want to exit Nigeria because Nigeria is a killing ground. No sensible person in the world, no sane leader, no individual that has his or her own right will ever support the existence of a killing ground called Nigeria, where people are killed in their thousands every single day. No sane leader will support that. So anything that Nigerian government is doing, anything the local Finland authorities is doing, I want to assure them that inviting our Prime Minister or delaying him or making him not to be part of the Finland Convention, which he holds dear to his heart, that will not stop nothing. We are the people. The power belongs to us. The laws of self-determination allow us to rule ourselves, to determine who is going to be our leader. And Biafrans have learned that clearly over the past 2 years after they kidnapped and renditioned our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. He is right now in the DSS dungeon. They did that because they think that when they take our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, there will be nothing about Biafra anymore. That was their wish. That was their thought. And now they are partnering with the local authorities in Finland to invite our Prime Minister to disrupt our Finland Convention. And let me ask everyone listening to me, if the rendition of our leader Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria, if that didn't work, what made Nigerian government think that inviting Simon Ekpa by the local police in Finland will work? They know it's not going to work. It's even going to get worse. It's going to get more brutal because we are determined for Biafra restoration. Nobody can stop that. We are all aware that all these are all the crooks perpetuated by the Nigerian government to disrupt what we are doing. And I want to ask Biafrans, before I finalize my talk, let me ask you, when has self-determination, when has the right of a people to rule themselves, when has it become a crime? When has it become terrorism? The world watches. Biafrans, every weekend we have to raise money. The reason we raise money is because Nigerian government uses reintegrated terrorists make our youth disappear forcefully. People are taken away from Biafra land and they dump them in prisons in the north, in the west. No, without any justice, without any lawyer. Our leader Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned from Kenya by the same Nigerian government, by the same people that went to complain to the local authorities in Finland about our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. Our leader was renditioned from Kenya. The United Nations set up a committee and told Nigerian government to release our leader Nnamdi Kanu. They refused to do that. 3 law courts in Nigeria has told Nigerian Tinubu government to release Nnamdi Kanu. The terrorist government run by Nigeria refused to release him. And now they think without releasing Nnamdi Kanu, if they incarcerate our PM briefly, that is going to make every change. Just think their major reason is to make sure that we take away our PM Simon Ekpa briefly, and then there will be no declaration of Biafra. Hell, oh my goodness. If they know how Biafrans are prepared this time, they will just leave our leader within the next 30 minutes. Because what is coming both to Nigeria and to any international country that participates, become part of anything to disrupt the restoration of Biafra, they will get themselves. On that note, I thank Biafrans. I'm going to let you go on. Our PM is here and happy. It is just a brief disruption to our plans, which is not going to affect anything in any way. I want all the 40 states of Biafra to be resolute. More than ever at this time, the Biafra Liberation Army, our Biafra Defense Forces, now is the time to be more resolute. Our PM has given instruction. Any terrorist in Nigeria, any Nigerian military, Nigerian police, Nigerian Air Force, anything wearing Nigerian uniform inside Biafra land, they are the reintegrated terrorists that Nigeria want to use to kill and stop Biafra. So the Biafra Defense Forces, from this moment, you must increase whatever you have been doing. This is the time to increase it towards our final restoration. Our demands are very, very clear. Remove all the terrorists wearing Nigerian military and police uniform in Biafra land. Secondly, release our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. Again, whatever investigation you are doing with our Prime Minister, you need to release him ASAP.
So guys, you have seen all what has been said in this video. Left for me, if I'm to say, this is a very good time for the Nigerian government to open a negotiation, chapter. This is a very good opportunity at this time now. I don't think it should be a time of war. I don't think it should be a time of, people saying, yes, it is good or it's not good. It is a time to bring Nigerians together. Let's discuss and know the way forward. Because see, let the truth be told, things are not working in the southeast. And, Simon Ekpa himself, he has so many supporters. He has so many, followers. He has so many loyalists. People that believe that without someone like Simon Ekpa, by now, the North would have destroyed the southeast, especially the Fulani headers. They would have run down the southeast with what we saw during the time of, Buhari. But people are thinking that Simon Ekpa is even the one trying to give some level of protection to the people of the southeast, although they believe that without violence they won't be able to achieve their gain, and nobody is here to support violence. So if I'm to make any comment, I will just say, so guys, it is the best time for the federal government to start negotiating, looking into this agitation, because we don't even have money, not to talk of having money to go and look for how to extradite somebody from Finland to Nigeria. All these things are waste of resources. It is time for the federal government to sit down and say, okay, these people you've been agitating, what what are those your agitations about? What is it that you people really want from the federal government? And begin to look into their complaints, see what you can do. Even if you can't give them all they are asking for, see where you can start from, see what you can do before you leave office, and then any other government that comes in can be able to take up from there. But each time it's a war thing. It's a war thing. And left for the Igbos, you know, some of them who believe in secession are saying, let referendum be conducted. Let the people of the Igbo extraction decide whether they still want to belong to Nigeria or they want to be on their own, seeing that they are not being carried along when it comes to governance in this country. The Igbos are suffering a lot, even though they are successful in Nigeria. It's just because of their individual effort, not because the government positions them to, you know, to be successful. We've seen all the challenges the Igbo business people are having in Nigeria. Anything that will favor the Igbos will come last. I mean, in the record of the federal government, anything that will favor the Igbos is either it is never brought on the discussion table, or it will be made to come last. And that's why this agitation is continuing. So guys, I think it is time for the federal government to really look into this thing. Don't look at it from the point of what Simon Ekpa has been doing, but look at the agitation. Look at the agitation. Don't just focus on Simon Ekpa, because he's just an individual. Tomorrow he might change his mind and say, okay, I've dropped my fight against the federal government. But the Igbos will continue to bear these grudges that, you know, the federal government of Nigeria is not paying attention to them. So I think it is high time the government start listening to what the Igbos are saying. The marginalization is alarming. Everybody can see it. Even the blind can see it. When it comes to the Southeast, I mean, everything turns around. You know, leadership in this government, in this country, has been between the Northerners and the Southwest. You know, it's either you are